I'm ready when you are.
We are joined today by Wittenberg head coach Paco Labrador, senior Kara Seidenstricker, and junior Kendall Farmer. Coach, can you open us with an opening statement, please?
Well, it's a good battle, and that's all you can ask. I have to give a lot of credit to the Cal Lutheran team. They're the type of team that has the mix that you need to be a championship team, which is really great defense. Their players can keep balls alive and fight from scrap and pancake and do everything they got to do to keep a ball alive. But then they also have the offense. Most Division III teams, you have to kind of pick your poison. Are you going to be an offensive team or a defensive team? And they have both. They have players that can keep balls off the floor, and yet they also have a ton of hitters that can put balls away. And their setter did a great job distributing and finding hitters when they needed to find them. So they're really setting the benchmark. And I'm happy for this team for getting this far, and I think that I'm proud of them for getting through this. And I can't think of a better way to spend 2 weeks. And so if this is the end of the 2 weeks, so be it. But I'm thinking about how much fun we had this whole journey, and so the last 2 weeks couldn't be better. Just basically spending the whole time playing volleyball. So it was a lot of fun, and I think it was a good fight.
What challenges did Cal Lutheran present your team today?
Well, the thing about Cal Lutheran is they're really good on defense, and they have a great offense. So that's the challenges.
What was it like to coach these players this year, Coach?
We have a really analytical team, and the seniors have been very disciplined in terms of trying to learn the nuances of the game so that they can make changes, and they can look at a scouting report, and they can watch a team play and hopefully figure out what they're doing pretty quickly. And so it's been a really enjoyable team to coach, because as a coach, you like to have other little coaches around. And so when you have players like that, it was a collaborative season. I mean, I sat with them in a meeting today, and I just asked them questions on how do we want to do this, and how do we want to stop that, and what's our game plan for this rotation, and who do you think we should serve there? And we basically came to a consensus as a team, and specifically the captains and the seniors, but everybody had input on how we wanted to play this. And that's a lot of fun when you got players who are that engaged in the whole process, and they're not just mindless players out there doing what I tell them to do. They play a big role in our whole team.
How will you remember the senior class, Coach?
Very analytical group. They're fighters. I think a lot of them grew a ton, and that's the thing that I like the most about them. As seniors, they're so different than they were as freshmen, not just as players. So we taught them skills, and we taught them how to play volleyball, but just who they are and the way they carry themselves and the way they interact with people and their senses of humor and all that stuff that comes from playing sports and being around athletics. And so it's just very cool to see them grow as people and as students and as players. And there was a ton of growth. I think there's the biggest difference between freshman year to senior year of any group that I've ever had, this group of seniors. They're completely different people, and it's very cool to see how they've matured and who they've become.
Kara, can you talk about what it's meant to you to be a part of this program the past few years?
This program has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. The senior class as a whole, we're a very, very close class, so I've made my best friends being a part of this program, and we have been through a lot these 4 years, and I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Kendall, can you talk about what it was like to play with these girls this year?
Oh, it was a ride, but as we say here, you're battling with your best friends, and I can honestly say that's true. They are my family, and I wouldn't ask for any other team.
We'll open up to questions.
Well, Kendall, I was going to ask you, what are you going to miss about, the seniors, including Kara?
Well, obviously, we know Kara's a very good player, so we'll miss their talent, but honestly, just their attitude on and off the court. Like I said before, they're best friends and family, so that was really the miss.
There was a great showing from your alumni. Right behind that bench, there were probably 15 to 20 of your former players. You talk about the Tiger family. That had to have been a really heartwarming thing to see. Throughout that, you guys want to talk a little bit about that family atmosphere that coaches kind of built?
Yeah, like we said earlier, our alumni has been part of our season for all 4 years that I've been here. It's been like starting with the alumni scrimmage that we have preseason. they are with us every step of the way. We are constantly texting, emailing, getting advice. They're showing up to our games and just being a part of our season. So seeing them make the trip and travel here to support us was it was really great.
Oh, I would have to agree with Carrie. She pretty much said it all. But having them there, and especially here for such a great, big game, was great. So.
And sometimes it's the level of the game, and so you've got a bunch of players who are in that 2011 match, and now they've got this shared experience. So Kimmy Dyer can talk to Kara about the NCAA championship experience and the banquet and the philanthropy and the hotel and all that, on how hard it is to get through 3 days and how tired you are at the end of the tournament. And so when you get those shared experiences with teammates across the span of years, it's a connection that can never be broken. You're always going to have something to talk about when you get back together again and reunite.
For the student athletes, so you guys have been connected to the alumni. If you take a look at yourself in 4 or 5 years and you're a part of that group, what do you think you're going to tell the future Tiger volleyball family based on your experiences here?
I'm definitely going to go with the cliche, like, take it all in while you have it. Like, we've heard that so many times with our alums. They're always like, oh, I just wish I was back in your shoes. Like, those are one of the best days, years, games. Like, that's what you miss the most, is that feeling when you're on the court. So, I mean, I guess I don't really know what that's like right now, but I think that's what it would be for me.
And I would say just to enjoy the ride. As we said, this is your family, these are your best friends. Just like Kara said, take it all in for what it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.